Okay, so here's a fact that broke my brain a little. SpongeBob's name was originally not SpongeBob, it was SpongeBoy, and in the original 1997 pitch document, he was supposed to be dating Sandy Cheeks, the squirrel and the sponge in love, written in Stephen Hillenburg's own hand. The man who created the entire show, he killed the romance before the show aired, and that's just the smallest mystery we're talking about today. SpongeBob has been on TV for 25 years, hundreds of episodes, 3 movies, a Broadway musical, and underneath all of it, there are these mysteries the show has refused to answer for over 2 decades. Some are jokes, some are warnings, and one of them was confirmed in late 2024 by a writer who has been on the show since day one. And honestly, that last one might be the darkest thing the show has ever hidden in plain sight. Grab your snorkel, we're going deep. Mystery 1, SpongeBoy and the Lost Romance. So here's where it starts getting weird. In 1997, Hillenburg pitched the show to Nickelodeon with a 56-page Bible titled SpongeBoy Ahoy. That document was lost media for 2 decades until someone uploaded the whole thing to Scribd in 2021. You can read it right now if you want. I did. It is wild. First thing, the name. SpongeBoy was already trademarked, not by a show, by a mop. There was an actual cleaning product on the market called SpongeBoy, and Hillenburg legally couldn't use his own character's name because a sponge mop got there first, so he changed it. But the name isn't the interesting part. Krabby Patties were originally called Barnacle Burgers. Squidward played the oboe, not the clarinet. Sandy wasn't a scientist. She was a thrill-seeking stunt performer, and SpongeBoy and Sandy were written as a couple. Then Hillenburg killed it. By the time the show aired, he had added a permanent rule to the Bible. SpongeBob would have no love interests, ever. The reason he gave was actually science. Real sponges in the ocean don't have partners since they reproduce asexually, which means SpongeBob should stay single his whole life. That rule has lasted 25 years and counting. Fun fact, Hillenburg was literally a marine biologist before he made the show, so now you get it. Mystery 2, the formula died with its creator. For 25 years, fans have asked one question more than any other. What is in a Krabby Patty? The show has never told us. The closest we ever got was an episode called Krabby Road, where you briefly see the actual recipe written on paper inside Plankton's bottle. Plankton, holding the formula, screams, "I got it," before everything goes wrong as usual. But here's what Vincent Waller, the show's executive producer, confirmed on Twitter years later. The writing on that paper was deliberate gibberish. They wrote nonsense on purpose so fans couldn't freeze frame the answer. That is the level of intentional cruelty we are dealing with. In 2017, Waller said the formula would never be revealed. 2 years later, he updated that. Turns out only one person had ever actually seen the real recipe, Stephen Hillenburg himself. Just one problem, Stephen Hillenburg died on November 26, 2018. And then it gets worse. In 2024, 6 years after his death, Wendy's, a major American fast food chain, launched a real-life Krabby Patty meal for SpongeBob's 25th anniversary. The burger was beef, which directly violated something Hillenburg said in a 2004 New York Times interview, where he stated on record that he didn't want SpongeBob used to sell fast food to children. His exact words were that he didn't want to be the Pied Piper of fast food. He spent 19 years protecting that rule. He died. 6 years later, his characters were on a Wendy's commercial selling beef. The next mystery is lighter, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Mystery 3, Pearl's mother is a pun. Mr. Krabs is a crab. His daughter Pearl is a teenage sperm whale. The show has never explained how this is biologically possible. There's no mother in the picture. Hillenburg refused to address it. An entire season 5 episode about Pearl's origin was outlined and personally killed by him before it could enter production. Fans have spent 25 years writing theories. Pearl was adopted, Pearl's mother died, Pearl was rescued from a fishing hook, which is why Mr. Krabs is so terrified of hooks. These theories are creative, emotional, and in some cases extremely sad. The actual answer, according to the show's own documentation, is much simpler. It's a pun. The whole mystery is one big pun. Let me explain. Mother of pearl is an old expression that's been around for centuries. It's the shiny stuff on the inside of seashells. It's also what people used to shout when they were shocked, like a polite version of, "Oh my God." You've probably heard your grandma say it. Now think about Mr. Krabs. Every single time something startles him on the show, he yells the exact same phrase, "Mother of pearl." He's been doing it for 25 years in dozens of episodes. Listen for it the next time you watch. He says it constantly. Hillenburg named his daughter Pearl, made sure she didn't have a mother, and then wrote her father a catchphrase that calls out for the missing mom every single time he opens his mouth. The mystery isn't hidden, it's literally in the dialogue. Fans just never connected the two things. That's why Hillenburg killed the season 5 episode that would have revealed Mrs. Krabs. In 2015, the voice actors for Squidward and Pearl were asked at a fan event what happened to Mrs. Krabs. Their answer was 2 words, SeaWorld. Even they won't take it seriously because the answer was never serious. There is no tragedy here. There is just a 25-year-old pun that fans turned into a soap opera. But the next one is a tragedy, and this one's confirmed. Mysterie 4, Bikini Bottom is a nuclear apocalypse. SpongeBob lives in Bikini Bottom. Bikini Bottom is named after a real island in the Pacific Ocean called Bikini Atoll. And Bikini Atoll is real famous for one reason. Between 1946 and 1958, the United States used it to blow up 23 nuclear bombs. Real nuclear bombs on a real island where the show takes place. For decades, fans have argued the obvious. If the show is set on a nuclear test site, then maybe all the weird stuff in Bikini Bottom, the talking fish, the mutated animals, the strange physics exists because everyone there got dosed with radiation. It is the most popular SpongeBob theory ever, and for 25 years, the cast denied it. Tom Kenny denied it. Roger Bumpass denied it. They said it was just a coincidence. Then in December 2024, Esquire magazine sat the entire cast down for a 25th anniversary reunion. And during a casual back and forth about fan theories, the show's longtime writer, Mr. Lawrence, who also voices Plankton, broke the rule. Bumpass said on camera, "I always liked the theory that the whole thing was related to the atomic testing in Bikini Atoll." Lawrence looked across the table at him and said, "That is absolutely true." Bumpass, live on screen, panicked. "It is true? I've been telling people it wasn't true." 25 years on the show, found out he was wrong in real time, but that's not even the worst part, because Lawrence kept going. He revealed that the original concept in Season 1 went even further. The radiation didn't just affect the ocean, the bombs were supposed to have wiped out the entire human surface world. Everyone upstairs, all of humanity, was dead. And what we have been watching for 25 years is what survived the apocalypse. His exact words, "The world upstairs is gone, and this is what's left." And here is what proves he wasn't messing around. The show has been hinting at this for years. There is an episode called Dying for Pie where the show literally splices in real archival footage of the underwater Baker nuclear test at Bikini Atoll. Real footage of a real nuclear explosion, used as a background gag in a children's cartoon. Nobody noticed. The show told us. We just weren't watching closely enough. Anyway, sleep well tonight knowing your favorite childhood cartoon is technically set in a